Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Welcome to the Apollo Audio Podcast.
Hello.
I did an arms in the air. I did like a
visual podcast.
a Mexican wave by myself.
There's nothing worse than the Mexican wave. I hate them.
Yeah. I remember when they started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1986 World Cup Mexico. That's why it's called a Mexican
Really?
wave.
Did the Mexicans start it, or was it a game?
Yeah. It was a Mexican thing, and it was sort of popularised because of the World Cup in Mexico in 1986. Because obviously they were in all the stadiums,
wow.
and they saw all the Mexicans started doing this. Everyone cottoned onto it, and it took on. I think that's right.
Yeah.
It is now.
I hope it doesn't happen again.
Because I've now set that as the truth.
Yeah.
Because it's recorded.
I hope it ends at this World Cup because it's in Mexico again, isn't it? So I hope it's just...
Yeah. Well, some of it is anyway, yes.
Are you Scotland in it?
Are Scotland in the World Cup? Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. It was a big deal, yeah. We Scott McTominay scored a worldie in the first half overhead kick.
Yeah.
And then the final goal, although Scotland were already ahead by then, final goal was scored from the halfway line.
Oh, well.
Much rejoicing occurred.
It couldn't have gone much worse for you though Saturday, could it?
It could not have gone much worse on Saturday. No, that's true. Let's maybe not discuss that.
Hibs and Chelsea.
Hearts and
Chelsea. And then began with H.
Yeah.
That's the only Scottish game I've ever watched.
Yeah. Yeah. Still we wait.
Yes.
And not just for Hearts, but we still wait for anyone other than Rangers or Celtic to have won the league. Whether it'll happen, I don't know. Hopefully that wasn't just a one-time only chance, but it doesn't come around very often. Rangers and Celtic were at their lowest ebb this year, potentially. They've got so much more money than everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, so much more money.
Yeah.
But yeah, this isn't a football podcast. Yes. There are other places you can go for that. I'm Martin Lumsden, producer, engineer, and I'll say as always, but that's not entirely true.
No, sorry, sometimes I just bugger off, don't I?
Sometimes you just bugger off. Sometimes you pop in the middle.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by my compadre. Introduce yourself.
I am Billy Hills, owner of Apollo Audio. Can I call myself a co-host? Do I have to be 100% of the time?
I think you are a co-host.
I'm mine a co-host. You're the major.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's...
I'm the co-pilot.
It's both of us.
Yes, I
just
hope
sometimes
so.
You're not here.
Yeah. I couldn't host one by myself.
I just have to do it by myself. Yeah. But there's always someone... I mean, I haven't done one by myself. I've always got someone else to talk to.
Yeah.
That's always useful. The thing that concerns me is it makes you sound really busy and like I've got all the time in the world. It's like,
we don't do it always on the same day, though, do we?
Not quite how it works.
Yeah.
But I've made the commitment to make it happen. And I do it. I don't know why I'm sorry. I was just like, shut up.
I sound less committed now.
I made it sound like that way. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the point. If you're listening to this and you like it, tell someone else that it's like worth listening to. That would be nice. What's the news this week, Bill? What have you been up to?
What's been going on? I had a gig on Saturday. It was really cool. I had a mental weekend. So we had band practice Friday night, which was really good. Started writing some new tunes. Good session on Friday, and then we went up to London on Saturday to the Strong Rooms, which I played before with my old band Drown. And I thought, I loved the pub, but I didn't think of it as much of a venue because it was like wide rather than long.
Yeah.
And it was like, but they changed it around, so now it is the way you sort of expect it to be a gig, and
cool.
It feels so much bigger. It was a really, really cool gig, and I've never had it been so dark though. I'm used to like not seeing the crowd at points because there's like the mist and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The lights, they were doing it because they trigger it by the kick sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
I could not see my guitar at points. I was guessing like...
Really?
Like I could see, sometimes I could see the dots of my guitar. But I nearly went to Soundman. I was like, please, I need to see. But that was really good. And then I ended up staying in London that night because I had a half marathon the next day.
Oh, wow.
So it was all, I couldn't drink that much. I had a couple of pints.
So how did that go?
Good. I did it in just over a quarter of an hour. That'd been insane.
That would be pretty good.
2 hours 15. The link's still live for that one. We're raising it for a really good cause. We've got some leaflet up there, ARC.
Yeah.
Very special to my family. But we've raised, as a family now, because me, Charlotte did it, my girlfriend, and brother-in-law did it, raised about $5,500. So
amazing.
Done really, really good. And now it means I can eat.
Yay.
Not that I wasn't really before, but I can eat more. So I
good.
came home to a nice Chinese after.
Very
so
good.
That's the thought that kept me going.
It's amazing. It's hard.
It is, but the atmosphere in Hackney's so cool anyway, and it's really cool. But the music there kept me going. There were so many. I've never been religious, but the churches there in Hackney with the bands and the singing, it's like, oh my god, that's so cool. Yeah. And there's so a lot of steel pans, a lot of drums, and just bands playing. And music's so important for that, just like energy. And then there was an ABBA Voyage section, Voyage section that was really cool, blaring out. I didn't really like ABBA that much, but that was cool. Yeah. It was really good, really cool atmosphere, and I was greeted at the finish line by a beer as well, which cool. Always helps.
Yeah, I found the same. Like I said, that there's something about music, isn't there? Let's face it, music-based podcast. It's absolutely true. That when I did 2 half marathons, and exactly the same. The bits that when you just get that extra spring in your step. It's when you've got the bands playing.
But live music as well. I brought my headphones with me just in case. I thought there might be some quiet bits or whatever. But it was constant. Yeah. And it was so good. The atmosphere, people cheering you on, the signs and everything. Really, really good.
Fantastic.
Really good. What have you been up to?
Well done. That's amazing. What have I been up to? I've been making bread. It's very. Oh,
I've got a bread machine, but I haven't.
Bougie.
Sourdough or.
Yeah, I went to a sourdough workshop a couple of weeks ago. So I tried.
It's supposed to be really hard, isn't it?
Well, I think well, yes and no.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that there's no kind of this'll work.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get near, like, obviously the more practiced you are, the more you'll know, but there's so many variables that can cause it to be good, not so good, brilliant, basically to do with temperature.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm saying that, what was I up to, like making bread, so what? It's because it takes about 2 days to make a bread.
Really?
Yeah. You work your... This is such a stupid thing to be talking about on this podcast, but there you go. You make your starter.
Yeah.
Which you keep in the fridge, and then you have to feed it.
Yeah.
And then once you've fed it...
What do you feed it with?
More flour. Because it's like alive, it's like bacteria.
Yeah.
So it ferments. So when you give it more flour, it basically eats the flour, and like it gets bigger, starts getting active. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And then you use that to make like a small bit of dough which has got yeast in, and then that rises, and then you use that to make the bread, and then you leave that to rise, and then after about 3.5 days you get to bake it.
Oh wow, that's long progress.
That's an exaggeration. But it's like...
Is that just sourdough or like normal bread in general?
No, that's for sourdough. Normal bread, you would use yeast to get it to rise, so you just like, you've got your active culture in it. So, but this is why people get very into the whole sourdough thing, because you're basically having to take care of it. And people will tell stories about how their starter has been, like Italians will say, this starter has been in our family for 250 years, because they basically kept it alive. It's the same one, which is, it's Trigger's broom, isn't it? It's not the same one. But this is why people get really, really into the whole thing.
There's nothing better than fresh bread.
We did it as a bit of a fun day out to go and learn how to make it. But you go away with your kit, basically. So we did a workshop for a day, and then you go away with your kit and say, now have a go at home next week. So I had a go at home this week.
Bring some in next week, please.
That's what you said about Saturday, bringing it back. So whilst I was listening to football and watching football, I was basically either making bread or waiting for bread to do something before I could make it. So I kind of wrote off an entire day, just stand here waiting for this bread to do something. What I did end up doing, bringing this back to music somehow, because I was at the end of the night, I still had a little bit of wait time before I could do something with this bread. So I caught the end of the Eurovision Song Contest.
I did as well
on Saturday. What a laugh!
Yeah, it is. I like the metal ones. I think it's got to be, if you're doing Eurovision. That's why I didn't really mind like the English. The British entry this year, because it's like he's singing. It's something different. You're not going to win it with say if a Liverdine entered. Should be amazing, but it's not a Eurovision song. It's got to be slightly camp, slightly like Europoppy. It's got a Eurovision sound. It's got to have that and it was all right. It was not going to win any awards, but I did think the Belgian one. Who won it? Bulgaria. I thought that was actually all right. I thought I quite liked the Belgian one. Yeah. And then you got the Serbian, there's always heavy metal bands.
The Serbians were they were. That was pretty rock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Serbia. Yeah. I didn't see loads of the songs, but I did see a lot of the voting, and I caught the sort of clips and stuff.
Got 1 point, didn't we? Come last again?
I think we got one, yeah.
Does that mean, are we the worst, or...?
Well, they did say that it doesn't mean that you got no votes, it just means you didn't come in the top 10 of the people voting. So, in theoretically, and this wouldn't be true, but theoretically, you could finish 11th in every single vote, and you'd get no points. out of 25.
Yeah.
So even if you finished 11th every single time,
I think we come last more than most, don't we?
I think we try too hard to like fit into oh, we have to do something Eurovision-y.
Yeah.
Instead of just going, well, why don't you just do a good song?
Yeah.
Why don't you try that?
Yeah.
Instead, the one that won, the Bulgaria one, it's not amazing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't
it's
it?
really catchy. It's really different without being really different.
Yeah.
It's like, I've sort of heard this before, but also not. But it's also, cool.
It was the only one you'd probably hear on the radio and not really bat an eyelid to it. The rest of them are a bit like, how have you spent loads of money? How's this gone through so many like processes of like, it's a international competition.
Yeah.
And you've decided on that song.
Yeah.
It's all a bit mental. But I'd love to do a Eurovision party one day. I've seen them,
Yeah.
and I think it'd be really fun.
We used to do. I mean, it's so much bigger now than I remember it being in the past, but also so much smaller.
Yeah, I don't remember any hype around this year.
No,
it just sort of crept up on us.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of true. It doesn't have the same big cultural impact that it used to. I think I saw something that on the actual viewing for it on the BBC was the lowest for 10 years or something.
Oh, really?
But I can remember in years gone by when it was sort of a big cultural event, but that's partly because you didn't have anything else to do, nothing else on the TV. If it was on a Saturday night, you didn't have like, you know, Netflix to watch or Amazon to watch. It's like, well, I've got this or something else on our TV. So you'd end up watching stuff. But we did do in the past, we've done Eurovision parties. But again, I don't remember there being like 35 countries involved.
No.
And it didn't like take all night. They were always long, but it didn't take all night.
Yeah.
But we would do, you know, we would do our own voting and all that kind of stuff for a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be a good
Next year, I'll do
very
that.
camp.
Yeah. I'm still got, me and Miles had not Eurovision, but we had an idea for like a song for the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
Because it was, the World Cup was around Christmas, wasn't it?
Last time it was, yeah.
Yeah. So, do you know, Feed the World Christmas song?
Yeah.
It's like, I was going to do something like Feed the World, but do they know it's coming home? And that was all our idea. That's all we had.
That was
We
it.
said, we've got to do it soon. And then the World Cup just came around. I was like, oh, gutted.
We haven't done it.
Yeah. There must be so many people that write and do that.
Yeah. I saw Miles at some other awards ceremony
Yeah, I
the other
know.
day.
Was it an Amazon thing? What was it?
I think country music, something like that. I mean, I know Miles, I know he's real, but I still look at those things and think that must be AI.
Yeah. Was he? Yeah. Doing well though. I think he's start releasing music again.
Yeah, good man.
He's a cool guy, and he always looks cool. Always looks the part.
Yeah. It's definitely doing the business.
Yeah.
We're all looking for that opening. Just
Yeah.
got to keep going, haven't you?
Well, and he's a bit older than me, and he's always kept at it, and it looks like it's finally paying off as well. So
Yeah.
it's never too late, is it?
Well, I think, as we've maybe said before, the main thing you've got to do if you want to succeed is keep going.
Yeah.
If you stop, you've stopped. But perseverance, it can take such a long time. If you think that overnight success is never overnight success. If you want to make a career, especially in something like music business, it could be 10 years and then you get a break. Could be 15 years and then you get a break. You might never get a break.
The overnight success doesn't exist. You've
No.
been at it. You just come into the spotlight suddenly, I suppose. But
Yeah, and I think, as you said very wisely at some point, the idea of what constitutes success can be very skewed by things like social media as well. Kind of, you know, if you are able to carry on doing what you want to do, make a living from it in some fashion, even if no one knows who you are or you're not selling out Wembley Stadium, then you're still succeeding. Right?
yeah, definitely.
So there's it, yes. All levels. So perseverance, commitment, enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like try and enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's probably a key one. I'm sure Johnny Moore, was it someone like Johnny Moore? I think sort of when he was asked for advice to young bands, he said, "What would your advice be?" He said, "Enjoy it. For God's sake, enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it,
What's the point?
stop doing it."
Yeah.
Ramble done.
Ramble done.
Ramble done. Album time.
Oh wow, we didn't ban that.
I know.
That was good.
That wasn't even edited. This week, we decided to make life really easy on ourselves by going for a massively commercial pop album that,
I can't believe we hadn't
basically
done it already.
everybody likes.
I can't believe we hadn't done it before. In my mind, I was like, I swear, we're doing it again.
It feels like we
Yeah.
might have done it before.
Yeah.
This week, and I don't know why, it was in my mind. I thought there must be, everybody seems to be talking about this at the moment. I don't really know why. Alanis, Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. As I said, I don't know why, because it's not even like an anniversary, because that would have been last year. I think it came out
95.
95, I think.
Yeah.
So it would have been last year. why this year all of a sudden I saw a friend of mine was doing a whole like live stream doing the whole album.
Oh, really?
Playing her own versions.
It's been in my mind as well,
albums.
because I went to Rough Trade the other day, and that was on like one of the first ones you see, and I was like, that's a really cool vinyl album to get.
Yeah.
I'm in my vinyl era. I bought a couple more again the other day, some Tribe Called Quest. I was like, oh, that is a cool vinyl album to get. But I hadn't actually listened to it in full since I think my mum and dad had it on CD, since I burned it onto my iTunes years ago.
Yeah.
Like, I love Ironic's one of my favourite songs, and One Hand in My Pocket, and like, I know the singles of that really well.
Yeah.
But I hadn't actually listened to the album tracks.
Yeah.
I don't know, in about 15 years probably.
Yeah. I probably haven't either.
Yeah.
To be honest, maybe longer.
Did you buy it when it came out?
Yep. Yeah.
How big was it?
Massive.
She was big over here. I know she was massive in the States and Canada, but was it big over here?
I mean, I don't know how big the charts were even songs that you remember as being big weren't necessarily what we think of as being big. I don't think she was like hitting number one or anything like that, but I think all the songs were pretty successful.
Yeah.
But also, by that point, I wasn't really listening to the sort of the pop chart, Radio 1, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But she was a great fit on stuff like Six Music or Radio London.
Yeah.
But
this is so heavy compared to what would come out, say, like pop stuff. It's so not heavy, but like the fact it's got overdriven guitars.
Yeah,
that was pop back then, isn't it? Which is mental.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's obviously it's post grunge.
Yeah.
Post Nirvana, but you're still kind of heavy. You know, what's going on in the charts is probably lighter pop than that.
Yeah.
And I think what stood out was the sound, like sonically, like you said, the rock guitars, but also lyrically, what she was talking about and the way she was singing. I was talking to someone else about this the other day. The idea, and even as we were just talking about how do you know success, this is her third album. She'd had 2 albums before that.
Really? Are they as rocky?
No, nothing like it. They were just like sort of pop.
Really, yeah.
She's from Canada. She was a sort of a minor Canadian pop artist for a couple of years, and then got put together with, is his name Glenn Ballard? I want to say, who co-wrote and produced the album. Yeah, it's just this scenario where he says they really clicked, and it was just like, oh, we've got something going on here, and it was all really fast, and it's not the kind of stuff that she'd done before, and they wrote a lot of stuff, they recorded a lot of stuff, but even then he said, or I was reading on Wikipedia, they shopped this album around a bit to labels. I think they got turned down by 5 record labels before Maverick eventually picked it up and said, yeah, we'll do it. So you know, that's 5 other labels or 4 other labels have gone, this ain't going to work. 35 million albums later, that's mental, probably feeling a bit like, maybe we got that wrong.
What did they hear that they didn't?
And that's the thing. What is the difference? And I was talking about the idea of what makes a hit, and does anyone know what's the background to this? Is it marketing? Is it anything else? Or is it just sheer luck, fluke, something, timing, all that kind of stuff? Because... So I'd never heard of Alanis Morissette before, and then You Ought to Know was the track that I heard. And obviously hindsight's a wonderful thing, but I'm pretty sure instantly I went, what's this?
It grabbed
this
you,
is good.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's not sort of people telling you it's good. You just hear it and go, this is good. And then you start to talk about it, and other people have heard it, and it starts to create that thing, so you're not on your own. So I remember, it was a big deal when it came out. It was like, everyone was talking about it. The style of the music, the production on the music, because I was talking to people in bands and we were recording and doing stuff ourselves, so we were all aware of the different sound of it, I suppose, the way it was produced.
It helps when you've got Flea on bass and Taylor Hawkins on drums.
Such a...
Doesn't it?
It does, really does. It really does. Dave Navarro plays on You Ought to Know as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it the guy from No Doubt, if I made that up, on guitar?
On that one, You Ought to Know, it's Dave Navarro and Flea from Chili Peppers.
Are they not on all of it?
No, I think they basically did that song. I think Flea's on other songs and worked more with her later as well.
Yeah. But how do you grab someone like the Flea, who are in their prime, when you're an relatively unknown artist like that?
Yeah, I think it was a kind of, hey, we've got this song, do you fancy doing something with it? And they went, yeah.
Yeah, that's
because
so
they
cool.
kind of heard something.
Dave Navarro must have been in Red Hot Chili Peppers at the time then as well.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And they basically rearranged it, I suppose, or put the new parts on it. I hadn't even realised that. I was listening to it again this time, and I'd forgotten that. And I was listening to You Ought to Know and going, the bass is so good on this. Who did? Oh, it's Flea.
Yeah.
All right.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Well, that maybe gives an idea. If that was one of the first ones, that maybe gives an idea of their sound. That I've got a sound here. Let's make the others like that.
Yeah.
But lyrically as well, like Go Down You in the Theatre, like stuff like that pops out. Like it's all very personal. Sometimes you like songs because this could be about me. It is so autobiographical, her stuff.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it, like some of it. I'm pretty sure they did. It's very like Broadway, like West End musical sort of thing. I'm sure they did make it into a musical at one point.
Yeah.
Like her phrasing and it's like she's telling a story. It's so easy to visualise. But the way she sings songs, it is musically, isn't it? I know that sounds mental because it's music, but it sounds like it could be in a musical.
Yeah.
Just her like phrasing and her lyrics.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that actually, but yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Like One Hand in My Pocket, one of my favourite songs. It's like she does so many like phrases that you don't expect it to go. Like one hand's giving a high five. It's like it doesn't quite fall on the ear as nice as you're expecting to, but it works.
Yeah.
And she keeps changing that phrase, and that's what makes it cool. Like I think she's so her and so unique. That's why it works. If she tried to be just a pop artist, that when she tried to round off the rough edges, it wouldn't be Alanis Morissette. The fact that she does these weird phrases, like different lyrics, is polished, but it's not. It's still got that grunge sort of punk sort of style to it still, which why I love it. Why it still stands up. And you've got a song like Ironic on the album, which massively helps. And I watched a documentary on it. Must have been a couple of years ago. I think it was one of the last ones they wrote, and it didn't really stick at first. They kept writing on it, and
But then that song, I think it's the biggest. Actually, became the biggest single off the album. I think in terms of like sales. But the video for that helped as well because it was. It was
really
for Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's pretty obvious, but I think at the time it's still technically a little bit more challenging, probably even then.
Yeah.
To do that kind of thing, and stands out a little bit more. I don't know whether it's like the first time that sort of very self-confessional, this is exactly me kind of music that made it kind of stand out, because is that kind of new-ish, possibly at the time? But when you think of like artists now, like Sabrina Carpenter, Taylor Swift, you think, well, you can take a thread right back to that album, can't you?
Yeah. There's no one like her, like I can think of vocally. Musically, I heard Smashing Pumpkins. I heard everything that was good about the 90s that predated that in there. There's so many guitar parts that, I don't know, like the post-grunge sort of sound, the Smashing Pumpkins sort of sound. What was it? I can't bring it to my head, but this sounds like this. And there's everything good about the 90s musically that I loved.
Yeah.
Like the melancholiness of it, that's what I loved about it.
Yeah.
And like the... not ambition, what's the word? The word that it sounds like everything's going to be okay, it's going to work out, sort of sound to it, like triumphant. It's a bit shit now.
Yeah.
But that's what the guitars and that do to me, like 90s music. It's not all happy, it's not all sad, it's got this melancholy to it. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
And I just love, there's stacked choruses on the guitar sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the drum loops and the samples and stuff, which I think it's maybe one of the first times that I can remember amongst a bunch of people that I was knocking around with, when we were actually sort of aware, because I'd always been aware of sort of production and stuff and talked like the sounds, knew of producers and stuff. But just actually talking about that, how did they do that? What's making that sound? Even in that first track, I remember us saying that there's that great line. So why are you so petrified of silence?
And they do that look.
And then there's a gap, and they just remember that. That's clever.
Yeah, and that's
it's so
sort of
obvious, but it's really clever.
That's what made me sort of think when there's like that sounds that's been written in a rehearsal room by musicians, and like it's not like an afterthought. It sounds like there's something that's gone into that, because I can imagine that sort of thing I do in a band. It's like, use that there. Let's have a little gap. Yeah. Sounds clever. It doesn't sound like they put a loop on and then let's cut it here. Yeah. It sounds like there's thought been into it. It sounds like they've jammed out the songs like proper, and they've got a musician in there, which is really cool. Yeah. I loved it. I knew I'd love it, but I loved it more, and I thought there was one track on there, I think Head Over Feet it's called. Yeah. I didn't really like the chorus because it goes up and then it goes down. It sounds a bit. That's the only track that I didn't love. I loved everything else. Yeah. It's so cool. I'm definitely going to buy it on vinyl. I
think I mean I wouldn't necessarily have noticed this particularly had I not read something, a review that said this in it, talking about how unpolished and pitchy her vocals are. And I don't think I would have noticed that had it not been pointed out to me. And having it been pointed out, I thought, yeah, they really are.
But that's what I was saying earlier. It just sounds like her.
Isn't it
sounds,
good, though?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, like we've talked before about not knocking all the rough edges off and all that kind of stuff. It's like, this did not be, and it wouldn't be the same if you polished it, if you had like pitch correction, Melodyne, auto-tune all over this to make it like absolutely perfect.
Was there some version of auto-tune?
It wouldn't have the same impact.
Was there a version of auto-tune around then?
Yeah, I mean, people have been using some form of pitch corrections technology for many years.
Yeah.
They used to use the Eventide harmonizer. Don't exactly know how they used it. Or they would cut tape, like cut the bit that was out and repitch it and patch it back in again. So if anything was really flawed, they would do something. Auto-tune 98, I want to say, when it became properly, that's a thing that people are using now. That was believed by Cher. But I would say it must have existed before then. I don't know that it was a kind of, we don't need to do anything. Well, let's keep it like it is because that's better. I think it was just like, it probably wasn't even a thought. It was like, why would we do that? It's fine. Because it is fine. Yeah. When I say it's a little bit pitchy, it's pitchy in a modern context if you have your attention drawn to it. But then...
Well, that's what that era sounds just so real and like raw and it's...
Yeah.
And it's cool. I love it.
Because sometimes it was only when you have your attention. I remember somebody said to me about David Bowie, Life on Mars, because he does an octave jump in the chorus, I think, in that. And said, if you listen to that, he is not there. He's not getting that note quite. He does that big jump. He does it really well. But not perfect.
Wasn't he like one and done with these vocal takes?
He didn't like to take a long time over his vocals. But it's things like that. You go, all right, yeah, okay, it's not perfect. But I'd never noticed that because it's good. It doesn't have to be perfect to be good. And that's one of the flaws of modern production is I can fix it, so I will fix it. Yeah. Rather than, but it sounds cool. Yeah. So leave it.
Yeah. I saw a great thing with, is it Steve Albini?
Steve Albini, yeah.
A thing with before he was doing In Utero, like they were sort of shopping around who to do it with.
Yeah.
And he purposely wanted a short amount of time with Nirvana to do it. Because said, if you want to do this in a week, 5 days or whatever, I'm your man and we'll get it done. But if you want to spend here 4 months analysing every single thing, listen to record label, I'm not your man. He's turning down Nirvana, like the biggest band in the world, for his art, for what he believes in. I thought it was so cool. Yeah,
there's a whole letter I think you can find online that he wrote with his sort of manifesto around that time, which is it's very distinctively him. And I'm not necessarily saying that everybody should work that way. In the same way that not every album, as we talked last week, not every album should be produced in the same way. What's your intention? What are you trying to achieve? That drives it. It's all very well said, oh no, the Beatles did an album in a day. Everyone should do an album in a day. No, there's a reason why they did an album in a day. That was all the time that they had, and they were forced into it. If they'd been told they had 2 weeks, it'd have taken 2 weeks. Yeah. But sometimes, like we did with Bag of Bones, it was like, what do you want to do? I want this raw. I want it to sound like we're in the studio, we're in the room playing. All right, we'll do it that way then. There's not a right way. There's the one that works for the record you're trying to make. And I think that's really important to remember. And I said, the technology exists to make everything perfect, and that just makes everything sound the same. Yeah. It just becomes bland. So that doesn't mean leave mistakes, necessarily.
I don't know what it is, though, because there is this sort of... There must be people in the world that love that polished sound, but like I was talking about when we was with Mike Juice, name dropping, the studio the other week, it's like bands like Bring Me the Horizon now, they've got such that like polished, like heavy sound where it doesn't sound heavy anymore. Yeah. Because it doesn't sound real. You want to have that rawness, and like I don't like bands because of that sound. New bands like Sleep Token and stuff like that. It sounds too polished. Sounds like you spent too much time in the studio. Yeah. Doesn't sound like a live band. And we went to see so many bands now backing tracks. Yeah. It's not I'm anti-back. Like sometimes it's beneficial for bits you've got there, but if you're having your own vocals over the top of it and stuff, and something you should always try it and like do what you can live. And if you want a little bit extra, like a drum pad, at least try and trigger it. At least play it rather than just like even with like click tracks. I think you get to a point where bands sort of have to do it, but it's like, have that energy live, play a bit faster.
Practice.
Practice. Yeah.
Why do I need a click track? I mean, a lot of them are cues. So I do get it, because there's people want a show, So they want to be impressed a little bit, and bands want to impress them, and it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because there's not a right and a wrong answer. It's finding the right balance.
Yeah.
If it's a crutch that means you don't have to play well, that's bad.
Yeah.
If it's part of your show, that and it's deliberately there to, I want a presentation that's audience based. Like, this will make it a better experience for them. You've talked about that, like doing the triggering stuff on your pedals to cover the gaps between the songs.
Yeah.
It's thoughtful. It's not like, I just need a space when I can fuck about. No, it's like, this creates a better experience for the audience. It's a better show. So I understand that, but I said I also understand I'll just show up with a tape and then I'll just sing over the top of it.
This is laziness.
All right.
Yeah.
You better be a bloody good show then,
Yeah.
if that's what you're going to do. Otherwise, why would I care? So it sounds great. Yeah.
I do think sometimes we come from a different world, though, because we come from a world of being in bands and going to rehearsal, and we appreciate the amount of art that comes into it. Some people are just bedroom musicians, especially a lot in the hip-hop world, where you have someone that makes the beats, you have the beat makers and you have the rappers.
Yep.
And your first ever show might be a sold-out show at a Brixton or at a festival, and you haven't got that live experience to sort of do it. You haven't grown up honing that craft, and it's not taking it away from them. It's not their world. So you do go on stage because it's the norm in that environment. Yeah. And I was at a festival, is it what? Smoking Loud Festival or something like that. And like, I saw so many people just playing to a backing track. And it's just like, I don't personally like it, but again, I can't really hate it because it's not my it's not my scene either, and it's not what you...
But don't you even think there's good and bad at that? I'm just thinking about DJs. There's good and bad, like DJs doing DJ sets, right? It's just them behind some decks. That's what they do. And yet there's good and bad. It's like thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people will go to see Fatboy Slim. And then there'll be someone else who's doing the decks and says, well, it's not a good show. It's not a good sound. It's not a thing I want to go to. But there's a difference, whatever that difference is, whether it's partly based on just success and knowing it. But part of it's got to be like, he's figured out how to do a good show, even though it's just him behind some decks.
I do love Fatboy Slim. Can we review that? Can we review that album?
And I kind of knew that. So.
I've seen him a couple of times. He does put on a great show. Yeah.
As I said, it's got to come down to not just the stuff that you're using, but how you use it, I guess. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill, said it is one of the best-selling albums of all time. Yeah. It is like in the top 20, I think.
Really?
33, 35 million copies, something like that. Not the sort of thing that she replicated afterwards. I think her next two albums sold something like 2 or 3 million, which is still bloody good, but it's not 35. 35
Do you think anyone would sell 35 million albums anymore?
Well, the problem is that they don't count the same way anyway, so it's sort of meaningless. Yeah. Because they use a combination of streams and physical sales. Yeah. So even an album like Jagged Little Pill would not sell at that level anymore because you don't have to go and buy it. If you want to listen to it, you just stream it. Yeah. I mean, I think what's the last sort of big... Adele, because she held it back from streaming when it first came out.
I think they should all do that.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work for everyone. I think they knew the demand. Yeah. And it is, I think 2 of her albums are in the top selling albums of all time. 20, like the last one and the one before, I think 25 and 30, or 25 and 21, whichever way around it is. Yeah. They were massive sellers, but that's so unusual these days. And say the way that they count things is slightly crazy. Yeah. So even artists that are massively successful, someone like a Bad Bunny who's like billions and billions of streams, they're not selling loads of albums. No. In that same, like to the same level. Yeah. So I don't know that we'll see a new album coming out now ever hitting those levels.
Yeah. It's just different, isn't it? Yeah. And I think, sometimes we pine for that. Oh, it was better back then, but we've just got to get used to it now as well, haven't we? And
it's also just occurred to me, we've got that same problem where the biggest selling albums of the past are still the biggest selling albums now as well. So like Thriller is 70 million. People will still be buying Thriller. Yeah. Fleetwood Mac Rumours, people are still buying that. Is it Queen's Greatest Hits is the biggest selling album of all time in the UK. Yeah. 7 million. People will still be buying that. The big ones keep getting bigger, and the other ones fall by the wayside. Nothing's ever going to catch it, you think, ever. It just won't happen. Yeah. Does that matter? I don't know.
Well, they're first, I suppose. They've got more time to sell it than anyone else, so they'll always be first, won't they? Yeah. And they'll always have more time. Yeah. So.
But it's that people still want to buy it now. It's not. It's not that people haven't stopped buying those records. They're still buying those records. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
But whether that'll be true in 20 years' time, 10 years' time, I don't know. Anyway, right, thanks. Good.
Thank you, Martin.
Yeah. Jagged Little Pill is popular for a reason.
Yes,
I think that's
quite.
basically what we're saying. There's a reason why it's one of the best-selling albums of all time. It is really good. That's probably true of most of the best-selling albums of all time, right? We'll be back with another episode, apparently talking about Fatboy Slim.
Yes.
If we don't talk about Fatboy Slim, please feel free to ask us why we're not talking about Fatboy Slim. You can reach us on Instagram at Apollo Audio Podcast. You can write on email. It is apolloaudiopod@gmail.com. And all the other information that you need about writing, performing, rehearsing. Writing? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
About performing, rehearsing, recording. Bread making. Football. No, not
how
football.
to lose football.
How to throw away league titles. Let's not discuss it. You can find at apollo-audio.co.uk. Go there, get in touch with us, come and have a chat, come and play some music, come and make some records. Maybe we'll make the best-selling record of all time.
Yes.
It will come from here.
Yes.
I think that's true.
That'd be mental.
I'm saying that's true.
Go on.
See you next time.
Later.
You sure you forgive me?